Is it the end of Christianity in the West? This is Skywatch TV News for June 17th, 2015. I'm Derek Gilbert. Census data from England shows that the number of Christians born there between 2001 and 2011 fell by about 5.3 million people. And at that rate, if this decline continues, Christianity will be statistically insignificant, in effect dead in the UK within about 50 years. Now, statistical projections are not predictions, but there's no question that Christianity in England and the United States is on the wane. Lord Carey, the former Archbishop of Canterbury, said that the Church of England is just one generation away from extinction. And here in the U.S., research by the Pew Research Group about the state of faith indicates that Christianity here is declining as well. Only 57% of people between the ages of 18 and 34 self-identify as Christians now, and only 36%, and I should say 36% of 18 to 24-year-olds are identified as nuns, people with no religious affiliation whatsoever. So it's no wonder that people are turning to reports, supernatural reports, UFO accounts, looking for the big answers to the questions of life. Where did we come from? Why are we here? Where do we go when we die? A Russian researcher is claiming now that he's found evidence of a crashed alien spaceship in the Antarctic. That sounds like the plot for the Kurt Russell movie The Thing, but Valentin Degtyarev posted this image from Google Earth, an image taken back in 2012. He claims it's an elliptical-shaped craft from outside the solar system, measuring roughly 65 feet by 230 feet. Experts who've examined the photo say it's just a crevasse in the snow and in the ice. But absent a belief in the spirit realm, people will grasp at straws like this to try to make sense of the world. The key differences between the gospel of Jesus Christ and the gospel of the ancient aliens is that we have the eyewitness accounts preserved for us of those who walked, talked, learned from Jesus, saw him after his death and resurrection. Secondly, actual archaeological evidence supports the biblical narrative, Old Testament and New Testament. Whereas as far as visitors from outside the solar system, we are still waiting for any hard evidence. By the way, scientists now confirm that the underworld here on planet Earth really is filled with fire and brimstone. Experts say that the Earth's core, which is a solid ball mainly comprised of iron and nickel, also contains an awful lot of sulfur. The core is about the same temperature as the sun, and new research shows about 10 times more sulfur in the Earth's core than in the rest of the Earth combined. Now, fortunately for us on the surface, things are a little cooler here. Most of the scientific community, you're probably aware, is on board with the idea that the Earth is warming because of human activity. Data from NOAA's reporting stations don't quite support that claim. The U.S. Climate Reference Network, 114 reporting stations spread over all 50 states, show a slight cooling trend over the last 10 years. The satellite sensing data indicate that global temperatures over the last 18 years have remained basically flat, and recent reports from NASA on the size of the polar ice caps shows that they are actually about 5% larger than they were when they first began measuring the polar ice caps back in 1979. But regardless of that data, tomorrow, Pope Francis will release his papal encyclical on climate change. A draft of this teaching has been posted online by an Italian newspaper, which infuriated some people within the Vatican. Now, a couple of things about this encyclical are concerning. One of the presenters who will appear with Pope Francis tomorrow to officially announce the encyclical is Professor John Schnellenhuber. He's the founding director of the Potsdam Institute for Climate Impact Research. Schnellenhuber is on record as calling for stabilizing the Earth's population at 1 billion people. That unfortunately would mean finding a way to eliminate 6 or 7 billion of us. He's also called for an Earth Charter that would transcend the United Nations, basically a global government with the power to enforce the lifestyle changes needed to reduce our carbon emissions and presumably lower the temperature on the planet. Now, secondly, Pope Francis in September will participate in the United Nations Sustainable Development Summit. For globalists, climate change is a very convenient cause, because just about everything that you and I do can be related to climate. Even breathing, because we exhale carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas. We are walking, talking greenhouse gas factories, in fact, but the Pope will address the UN General Assembly on September 25th to kick off the Sustainable Development Summit. Now, fighting in Syria moves right up to the Israeli border. The Nusra Front, which is an al-Qaeda-linked group, has been attacking for the last couple of days the village of Haider in the Golan Heights. This village is home to members of a sect called the Druze. The Druze are monotheists. They combine elements of Christianity, Judaism, Ismailism, which is a subset of Shia Islam, Gnosticism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Neoplatonism, and some other philosophies into a belief system. They considered Jethro, who, if you remember from the Bible, was Moses' father-in-law, considered them their ancestor, but also their spiritual founder and chief prophet. There are about 700,000 Druze living in Syria, mostly in the southwestern part of the country, close to the Israeli border, and another 140,000 Druze who live in Israel. Haider is home to about 25,000 people, again, mostly Druze, and is close to the Israeli Druze village of Majdal Shams, both, interestingly, on the slopes of Mount Hermon. Now, some 4,000 Druze, joined by Christians, protested in the streets of Majdal Shams yesterday, demanding that the Israeli government intervene to prevent a Druze Holocaust in Syria. So Israel has warned the Nusra Front to stop their attacks on the Druze. The Druze traditionally, historically, have supported the government of Bashar Assad, but the Syrian government at this point has been weakened to where it can no longer protect the Druze minority. So Israel, it appears, may be drawn into the Syrian civil war, fighting the Nusra Front, perhaps the Islamic State, in order to protect the Druze. And again, interestingly, and perhaps significantly, on the slopes of Mount Hermon, where some 6,000 years ago the Watchers descended and began to meddle with humanity. Meanwhile, by the way, Israel is discussing a possible peace deal with Hamas, the ruling authority in the Gaza Strip. The deal is supported by and backed by the governments of Turkey and Qatar. Under the deal, if it's approved by both sides, Israel would allow the construction of a seaport at Gaza City in exchange for a 5-year ceasefire, which could be extended. Right now, Hamas is facing pressure from the Islamic State, which considers them heretics and higher on their list of targets than Israel. Last night on Skywatch TV, Steve Quayle joined Tom Horn for another fascinating half-hour discussion. The main topic, Steve's book, Xenogenesis, the transformation of man into something else. They also discussed CERN and the Large Hadron Collider and what may happen when that is fired up. Will a portal be opened? Will something come through from the other side? If you did not have the opportunity to watch the program as it aired live, you can see it on the Skywatch TV Roku channel. If you have a Roku account and have not yet added the Skywatch TV channel, you can find out how to do that exactly at the Skywatch TV website, skywatchtv.com/Roku. The show will also be posted at our website later this week. Hey, the Skywatch magazine, the new edition for June, is now online. Features articles from Tom Horn, Dr. Michael Lake, Gans Shimura, Josh Peck, yours truly, and something new, fiction, supernatural fiction from a Christian worldview. Sharon Gilbert, my wife, has posted Chapter 1 of her novel, Skinwalkers, and you will see that serialized over the upcoming episodes. In fact, she'll be posting new chapters, new excerpts from the book on a weekly basis. So if you enjoy good fiction and looking for supernatural fiction from a Christian worldview, Skywatch Magazine is free and formatted for your desktop or laptop PC, Mac, or your mobile device, smartphone or tablet. You'll find the link to it at skywatchtv.com. Look in the top menu bar there for the link that says Free Magazine, and you'll be able to read it at your convenience. We appreciate your support at Skywatch TV. That's what helps us continue the work that we do and to upgrade our facilities here. For your gift of $10 or more, we'd like you to have these books, which help you prepare for what may come. The Disaster Survival Bible and an account, a miraculous account of rescue from a horrific car accident, Angels in the Fire. Both of those books, yours, we'll send those out to you for your gift of $10 or more, and instructions on how to give are available online at skywatchtv.com. We also appreciate your feedback, which helps us to focus our programming. How can we make these programs more informative and interesting to you? I welcome your comments and questions. dgilbert@skywatchtv.com. Thank you for watching. As we keep watch, I'm Derek Gilbert, and this is Skywatch TV.